This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
Maybe Drew Barrymore is winning me over. I have, for some reason, a hate on for all daytime TV talk show hosts, mainly because Kelly Clarkson sings too much and Ellen dances too much, and you can tell she doesn't want to dance anymore.
But that doesn't mean you need to put them all under the same umbrella, man. Kelly Clarkson is an American gem.
Sure, and Drew Barrymore, love her. So maybe I'll have to start changing my ways and be a little more positive. This was pretty funny. So she had a reunion because in 1999, Never Been Kissed came out.
Yeah, it's so good.
And so she had some of the cast members join her to talk about that movie.
Oh, that's fun. Was Lily Sobieski there? Because I feel like she just vanished off of the planet. Does anyone else agree? Like, when's the last time you heard about Lily?
Yeah, you could just say that again. I have no idea who that is, so I can't answer your question.
You don't know who Lily Sobieski is?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
So the lead male in the movie.
He was her teacher.
Yeah.
It's a weird plot. Like, luckily she is older.
And goes back to school.
But the fact that he fell in love with
a student,
it's got weird vibes.
They wouldn't be able to make that movie now, I don't think.
No.
So this got a little awkward, apparently, or things got a little awkward during the first big kissing scene.
We embrace and we start kissing, and you really kissed me. I mean, you really kissed me. I was not ready for it in the least, and I'm a man. I was a very young man back then. And just, I had feelings, and they just happened, and I very quickly realized I was in a very bad spot because I was wearing very, very loose slacks.
No.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's confessing to this.
Right? And then he went on to explain what he did about it.
So what I did is, in a panic, I just yelled cut and bent over and said, "Oh, guys, sorry, my back. I put my back out playing ball." Anyway, I went off into my corner, and I was thinking horrible thoughts like, dead puppies, dead father, dead father. Finally, I was able to compose myself. Luckily, the subsequent scenes went on without a hitch, but you're a very good kisser.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why you like Drew, because now you're fantasizing about kissing her. Yeah, I can't imagine being on a set because it's not just the two of you during a romantic scene. There are 20 plus people behind that camera that are working on movie sets or TV shows. And if you are getting a bit excited, or maybe you are starting to develop a crush on the person that you're in a movie with, like, what?
Yeah. I can't imagine
awkward.
being an actor in one of those Demi Moore movies where she was like the badass boss.
Oh my gosh.
In all the movies like that. I just would have been walking around uncomfortable because of natural human reactions all the time. Anyway.
You'd be wearing those extra thick Levi jeans. You'd be wearing 2 pairs.
Yeah, why do you always have duct tape with you?
I'm a little late to this news, but I'm just realizing this, so maybe I'm not alone. But at the Met Gala on Monday, not only was Billie Eilish on the what's the word? Creative directors line. What are they called?
I have no idea.
Co-chair. She was the co-chair of the event. Wow, I struggled there. Anyway, she showed up wearing this beautiful peach gown, and it was a ball gown inspired by Marilyn Monroe. And it was made by Oscar de la Renta. She revealed on her Instagram on Monday that the only way she was going to wear one of their dresses is if they promised to stop using fur.
As a company?
Correct.
Whoa.
Isn't
Game
that
changer.
Massive?
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
Tell me something good.
My story is about a team of scientists that have succeeded in restoring brain trauma by using something they're calling hyperbaric oxygen therapy.
Okay.
It's the first time in the scientific world that a non-drug therapy has been proven effective in preventing the damage done or in the core biological process responsible for the development of Alzheimer's. Just a massive breakthrough.
Yeah, my grandpa had Alzheimer's. It was really hard.
Yeah, I bet.
So I love hearing studies like this. That's great.
Tell me something good.
We're talking about things that you were oddly attached to as a kid, or maybe your kids are like just addicted to now. Your niece is carrying around something pretty ridiculous.
She's so cute. She's 2 years old. She actually turns 3 in October, so coming up soon. But for her birthday, she is definitely going to be highlighting what she already owns, and that is a massive plastic pumpkin. So it's a Halloween decoration that her mom picked up early. Mm-hmm. She's obsessed with it. She sleeps with it. She wants to like base her birthday party around this thing. Every single night, my sister has to go into the bedroom and kiss this plastic pumpkin goodnight. She cuddles up against it. And keep in mind, as a 2-year-old, like this pumpkin's huge.
Right.
And she just carries it around the house.
Adorable.
It
How
is the
big are we
funniest-
talking? Like a basketball?
Like one of those ones you'd put on your step.
Like bigger than a basketball?
Yeah, it's bigger than a basketball. It's probably like just a little bit bigger than a basketball.
Hilarious.
And it's got the like jack-o'-lantern eyes on it and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
to her, it's a little, it's a character.
super cute.
Yeah.
We have a friend, and my daughter gave her, she's 4, I believe, and my daughter gave her a painting of Fancy Nancy that my mom painted for my daughter years ago, and my daughter's kind of grown out of the Fancy Nancy stage. So this painting's probably 4 by 6, like pretty big.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 by 5. Anyway, this little girl just sleeps with it all the time. A huge painting in
Cuddles
her bed
it.
with her. Yeah.
Kids are the best.
What do you got for us? Your son carries something around?
He carries around a little notebook and calls it his murder investigation notepad, and we're not allowed to touch it. And he draws like really weird stuff in it.
Okay, wait, Angie, how old is your son?
He's 4.
What do you think?
Amazing.
What do you think inspired him? Did he watch Harriet the Spy? Like, I'm just trying to think of like what would motivate a kid to have that.
Well, I definitely am into horror movies and stuff like that. So I think it's probably projected for me. But
Yeah, like when he should have been in bed and shouldn't have been listening to what mom was watching.
yeah, probably.
You like drive with your 4-year-old in the car and you're listening to murder podcasts and he's just
I
in the back
do.
writing it down.
He's writing it down.
There was what we thought was gunshots in my neighborhood a couple years ago. It
Yeah.
turned out that it was just the neighbor like hammering nails into her shed. But anyway, I told my daughter as I was on the front deck, like looking out to see what was going on.
Yeah.
I told her to go inside. And she would have been about the same age as your son at that point, maybe 5. Anyway, she comes back out and she's wearing rings and she has a flashlight
A whistle.
and a whistle. And I was like,
Oh
what
my
are you up to? And she's like, well, in case we see the bad guy, we'll flash the light on them so the cops know. And then we'll blow the whistle to get everybody's attention. And if I have to punch him, I got the rings.
Oh my gosh, she's so smart.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you go get him.
These are the children of tomorrow. Look at the two of you just raising these beauties.
Beautiful.
If you're a big fan of Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and audiobooks, this is exciting. Now, the actor who played Gollum did do a live read of The Hobbit back in 2020. He did this marathon reading to raise money for the fight against COVID-19. He ended up raising over $400,000.
Whoa.
So after that happened, it led him to recording an official audiobook of The Hobbit for HarperCollins. So he's working on voicing
The stories.
yeah, and some new trilogy readings as well.
Whoa.
So really exciting.
Getting your hands on one of those would be precious.
Okay, do you think you would be able to take over? Like, let's say he was like unable to do it. 'cause
Lost his voice.
There's a lot to read.
Yeah.
Do you think you would be good at doing Gollum?
I'd do okay.
I think I would nail it.
Precious. They stole it from us. Sneaky little hobbitses. Wicked, twitzy first.
All right, take a run at it if you're so confident.
Precious.
Oh, no.
You got to kind of sound gross. Like, it has to sound like there's like spit in your mouth, right?
Yeah.
He stole it from us. The sneaky little hobbit.
Okay, that's not
A
bad.
liar. You're a thief. Murderer.
It's actually really fun to do Gollum's voice. Okay, your turn.
My precious. You sneaky little hobbits.
Am I going too far?
Yeah, you got to kind of take her back a bit.
It sounds like I'm an evil Elmo.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it. Nostalgia Off is us both brainstorming a list of a few different things that'll bring you back to a simpler time. And then you just let us know whose list hit you harder.
Yeah. All you have to do is text in either Ryder or Lisa. That's it. And it doesn't matter who you vote for. One of you is going to be winning a $50 Skip the Dishes gift card, which, by the way, is a sweet prize. On the weekend, I got Skip just for myself, $64.
So it would have been 50. It would have been $14.
I didn't order a lot. It's just the restaurant I ordered through had a $6 delivery charge. Plus, I wanted to tip well, so just leave me alone.
And that is donated by Mustar and Company, so thanks to them for the prize.
Yep.
Okay. And there is a wager today as well.
No, I hate when there's a wager.
The loser has to call somebody from their past that they made out with and ask if they're a good kisser on the air.
Okay, let's do this. And then again, we'll get into Ryder and Lisa's $20,000 Play That Tune. Don't worry. I'll go first. Having to eat what your babysitter made and it wasn't as good as your parents' food.
Spending an hour at the grocery store with your mom because she promised you one stupid treat.
Playing with that roller coaster toy in the waiting room of the dentist.
Your new PC being preloaded with 3D pinball Space Cadet.
The smell of your lunch kit. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Having to read things like the shampoo bottle when on the toilet.
Archie comics. T9 texting without having to look at your phone under your desk in class.
And my last one is getting a little paper remnants on your Starburst, but going for it anyway.
Who cares?
Yeah.
What's a little paper gonna do? Looks like you lost, but it was very close. Like really, really close.
So we have a wager on this that the loser has to call someone from their past based on the fact that it's the nostalgia off and it's all about throwing it back and see if they were a good kisser.
I mean, I wasn't too stressed about this wager because I know that whoever would answer would say that I was good.
Okay.
And,
I doubt it.
But the thing that would suck is if my list is so little that I think
also a lot.
the odds of them answering could be slim.
They'd probably be like, yeah, she smelled like hot dogs. It was outside the Union Hall and she smelled like hot dogs.
Yeah, I'd always like before I'd go into Union Hall, I'd get a hot dog before I went in and after. So it makes sense.
Hello.
Good morning, Lindsay. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so Lisa and I had a bet this morning.
Okay.
And the loser has to call someone from their past and find out if they were a good kisser.
Okay. This is so awkward.
It's not awkward for me. I'm actually enjoying this a lot. So, Lindsay, we want you to be. Our listeners love when Ryder loses bets. So, we want you to be as honest as possible. You don't have to put on an act to make Ryder feel better. You just say exactly.
It feels like you're leading her into a bad answer.
I just don't want her to be like, oh, I better be kind because poor Ryder. Like, who cares, right?
No, I don't care about his feelings.
Okay, perfect. Excellent.
If I remember correctly, you never did.
No,
I'm just kidding. No, I'm totally kidding. Okay, so?
Well, you weren't bad. I would say that. Let's go with that.
Not bad.
Can you give us a little more detail, Lindsay? Like when you were kissing him, what was going through your head? Because you know when you're kissing someone that's not very good and you have these thought processes like, why is he kissing me like a fish?
Again, you're leading her into...
I just want to know.
He wasn't fish-like. Not at all, no.
No?
He was good. A little tonguey. Maybe a little tonguey.
Okay. And I smelled like smokes probably back then.
Ew.
No, I think I did too, so that's okay.
Okay.
That's
So,
not a
Lindsay, what
thing.
would you rate it if you had to rate it out of 10?
I would say a good solid 7.5.
I'll take it.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Thank you for participating. We're sorry about that, especially like dropping your kids off at school. What an odd conversation to have. Say hi to the family.
Say hi to the fam. I knew she was lying, and you want to know how I know?
Why?
She was being way too kind because when people lie, they have a higher inflection in their voice. And every time she said that you were good, you know, like it's just like it's a very obvious sign. Bless her heart. She's way too kind to you. She was definitely lying.
We're going back to the 90s for a little challenge I have set up for Lisa. You can play along as well, as I'm guessing she won't be real quick with this.
No.
So you'll have time to answer. I've got 5 theme songs from 90s shows lined up. You name more right, get more right than you get wrong. I'll cut the podcast up today.
Okay.
You get more wrong than right, you have to do it.
Fine.
While I sit back and relax and eat lunch and watch you. Okay. Game time. Sung by my favorite, top 3 favorite artists of all time. I love it.
I don't know the answer to that.
No guess at all. Oh, this is going to be bad.
I didn't watch a lot of TV growing up. I was young in the 90s, right?
Okay.
I was.
Enough with the chirps. That was Mad About You. Mad About You. That was the toughest one I have, I think.
Who are the cast members in that?
Paul something. Dark-haired dude, and is it Susan Sarandon, maybe?
No, that's wrong.
Okay. Well, I'm not playing the game.
Well, I can visualize her in my head, but I can't remember her name.
She's blonde.
I know.
Okay. Next up, I think
Our
you'll get
text
this
line's
one.
probably going crazy right now. Yep. All right. Sorry, I didn't know Mad About You.
She was working in a bridal shop in Flushing, Queens, till her boyfriend kicked her out in one of those crushing scenes.
The Nanny.
The Nanny.
Fran. It's Fran.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
That is correct.
Love The Nanny.
One
See, I
for
watched
two.
that. Great show.
I thought you were too young for shows in the 90s.
That's just my excuse when I don't know the answer.
Number 3.
All this energy calling me.
Back where you comes from. Performed by the Presidents of the United States of America.
Student Bodies.
That would be incorrect.
Okay, Mad About You. It was Helen Hunt.
Helen Hunt.
Thank you to everyone on the text line. I
That's-
knew that. I could see her in my head. I just
That's the
didn't know.
same person as Susan Sarandon.
No, it's not. Susan Sarandon
Cool.
has red hair.
Okay, next.
Hey, what was this? Sorry, what was the answer?
Oh, yeah. Drew Carey Show.
Oh, I watched that show.
Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Next up. I do think you'll get this one.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that 70s show. Down the street.
Correct. That
Great
was
show.
the 70s show. So it all comes down to this.
Ooh, this is intense. We wanted it to be this way, though, right?
You get it.
Final round.
I do the podcast. Search Ryder and Lisa replay if you'd ever like to listen to that. If you're wrong, you do it.
I can't believe I didn't get the Drew Carey show. It's embarrassing.
The wheels.
The guy he's a radio host in it. Frasier.
Yes!
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes.
I hit the buzzer because I was mad that I lost. That's the right button.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Oh, I'm so
well
happy.
done.
So happy.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.